The nature of work is changing due to AI and automation, and the rate of change is accelerating. And while millions of workers will be displaced, this also presents an opportunity for entrepreneurs. Now, our primary focus at Digital Samurai is making it easier, quicker, and more affordable for our clients to exploit the benefits of exponential technology growth by lowering friction and accelerating learning so they can make better decisions faster, execute quicker, and grow profits at a faster rate. Now, Steve Jobs understood clients customers more than anyone else. And in 1997 at an Apple event, he was asked a question by a disgruntled person. And take a look at the way he answered it.
One of the things I've always found is that you've got to start with the customer experience and work backwards to the technology. You can't start with the technology and try to figure out where you're going to try to sell it. And I've made this mistake probably more than anybody else in this room. And I've got the scar tissue to prove it. And I know that it's the case.
Steve Jobs is right. User experience, the client experience is the most important thing. And in fact, that's our number one core principle, user experience first. All of our efforts are directed at that singular goal, to create a client experience that evolves over time with a level of customized service only possible by leveraging AI and voice search and integrating cognitive augmentation in your daily lives in an effortless and organic way. Cognitive augmentation is simply using technology to augment your knowledge. And Google is at the forefront of this movement. No longer a mobile-first company, Google just announced that they are an AI-first company, and all of their products are driven by that vision. And that's because voice control is king in the age of cognitive augmentation. Voice search, voice control. And Google's AI voice recognition is at 95% accuracy. That's the same as humans. And in fact, it can recognize what you say in noisy environments, and uses machine learning to figure that out. So it may correct what you said after you said it by looking at the context. And that's a really powerful thing. And of course, everybody has supercomputers in their pocket already. And so you can access this power from anywhere. And that really does change the dynamics of work. These are the three phones that we recommend. On the left is the Essentials phone. The middle one is Google's new Pixel 2 with the latest version of the Google Assistant with those powerful AI features I just mentioned. And the phone on the right is the OnePlus 5, one of the powerful phones that we use from OnePlus. Now, these phones allow you to leverage cognitive augmentation and AI from anywhere. So those people who do will have a huge advantage over those who don't. Now, I want you to reimagine the future of work for you if you leverage technology. What does that mean? What does that allow you to do differently? For instance, this is the Chinese garden in Vancouver that I visited a while ago, and I did work from there. When you can work from places like this, and there's a similar garden that I went to in Japan, what does that mean for work? If you can go out every day to somewhere that you loved, to be inspired, because the technology allows you to do it. Now, to do that, you need three key things. In order to work anywhere, you need what we call the 3 pillars of prosperity. And the first pillar is moving to the cloud. So moving to the cloud gives you the flexibility to work on any device, anywhere. And we use Google's architecture to do that. So we call that our freedom pillar. But that's only the first step. And it's not enough to just move to the cloud. Which brings me to our second core principle. We enable you to work like your entire team is in the same room. Now that's very important Because if you're in the same room as somebody and you want to show them a document, you're going to say, take a look at this. Or you're going to collaborate with them at a desk and someone's going to rub this out and you're going to put something else on. Or you're going to show them a picture and say, take a look at this. You don't think about the technology. You don't think about, okay, first I got to hold up my hand, then I got to walk over to the desk and show. No, you just do it. And that's the feeling we want to recreate for you with technology. And you can if the technology is set up correctly. So then it doesn't matter where your team is virtually around the world, you can still say, take a look at this. Or you can use voice notes to tell them something that you want to explain. So we set up the tools you need to make it effortless to share, collaborate, and work like your entire team is in the same room. The other pillars you need? Well, I mentioned freedom. That's the mobility pillar. The second one is systems. In order to have time mobility, you need systems and automated processes in place that allow you to automate processes such as lead generation, client onboarding, client satisfaction, and other training services. Many of those things can be automated through Google Forms and other processes where you get only the people that you want after they've gone through a process. For instance, for client lead generation. So creating systems and automating processes is really important. And of course, the next one, growth. After you've created systems, now you need to create growth. And to do that, you create recurring revenue streams. And you can do that by monetizing your knowledge and creating an online course, or perhaps you have a product or a widget that you can sell on Amazon. And of course, if you're selling on Amazon, you can do that at any time. So you're not bound to a 9 to 5 or whatever hours might be. And finally, financial freedom. You need the financial freedom to create your life however you want it. And when you have those three things, mobility freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom, you truly can design the life the way you want. Now, most people, that's not the case. In fact, studies show that executives waste at least 150 hours a year. Might be people who waste a lot more. Up to 25% of employees wasted time looking for information. So there's a lot of technology chaos out there, which is I can't find this program, or I wasn't able to watch that because I didn't have the right driver, or that file's on my other computer. That sort of chaos is precisely the type of thing that Digital Samurai eliminates. And that's why user experience first is the most important thing we do. We want you to take back your time. You can take back as much as an hour a day if you have systems that are set up so that they're effortless to use. You can just walk out the door and not have to worry about, do you have that file, or is it backed up, or did you transfer it to one, or did you email it to yourself? None of that stuff. You don't have to do any of that with Digital Samurai systems. Our mission is to guide our clients so they discover their brilliance, then create their perfect life experience by monetizing their core competency, their superpower, what they love to do. We don't teach you how to do the tech stuff. We don't teach you how to build a sales funnel. We put you on the bike and we move you forward. We do the things that we're good at, and you do the things that you're good at. And that's very different from what most courses do. Most courses, they give you this avalanche of information that you have to learn, and then you have to figure out how to implement it. But there's no videos and text and things to watch with Digital Samurai. We give you a structured system, and then we support you with the technical, tactical, strategic, logistical, and marketing information that you need on a need-by-need basis, on a daily basis. And we do that with what we call micro-lessons, where we send you what you need when you need it, and nothing more. We're able to do that because our systems are highly structured, and I've gone into that in some other videos. But the bottom line for you is that you don't have to worry about the stuff that you don't like doing. We do that for you. Samurai means to serve. So we're here to serve you, and we have a number of different programs that will help you get lower technology friction and solve the technology chaos problem. And once you've done that, there's nothing you can't do. Everything else is easier when you don't have those type of problems. when working with somebody is as easy as picking up the phone. Our first program is called the Freedom Now Moving to the Cloud program. It includes a Google Suite with their enterprise level support from Google and Digital Samurai's custom setup with our top 10 apps for business and our tactics on how to use them, which is far more important. In fact, tactics are more important than tools. It's something I tell people all the time. The way you use the tools, people get hung up on this app or that app or the other thing or this operating system or the operating system. Looking at it as a cohesive package where everything is integrated and works together, that's much more important than the specific pieces that you use. As Steve Jobs said, the user experience is the primary objective. So when we're looking at tools and tactics, we look at, is this efficient? Is it intuitive? Is it elegant? And that is a litmus test we use for everything we do. And that is a very high bar. Now, this package also comes with a free Chromebook laptop setup, and for a limited time, I'm offering 2 hours of one-on-one training free with me. We're not going to be doing that much more in the future as we move forward because we simply won't have the time to do that. Now we have a higher-end program called the Katana Digital Roadmap, where we address all 5 of the different pillars of productivity that you need in your business. These are things that every business has to address. Moving to the cloud's the first one. Then data management, privacy and security, business communications, mobile integration is the last. All businesses have to deal with these pillars, and how they do will determine their profitability. Digital Samurai is the only company that provides such a comprehensive technology solution. And once you fix the technology chaos problem, everything else is easier. Steve Jobs said it best. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Digital Samurai helps you love what you do by fixing the problems you have with technology and letting you focus on your core competency, your brilliance. And we do everything else. If you'd like more information, please message me on Facebook and we can set up a discovery call to see how we can help you. I'm Martin Ricketts for Digital Samurai. And remember, celebrate life.